Part 3 of the DPS response to my public information request. All right, y'all. So again, DPS has responded. Um, they're going to do the same thing that the DA is doing. Send it over to the Attorney General so the Attorney General can make a ruling. I'm gonna believe that this is standard protocol. You know what I mean, for anybody. I mean, why not make it hard, right? Nothing in life easy. So go to hard route. See what Attorney General want to release, and then whatever they say they have to release, they'll release it. What they say they don't have to release, they won't release it. I mean, I'm cool with whatever. Just give me Stephen Adam Vincent. I want him on the platter. Bring him here. So let's get into what ChatGPT said about the letter. Again, like I told you guys, the letters be vague. So ChatGPT breaks it down a little bit further, get you a little bit more insight on what you're looking at and what you're reading. So again, okay, it says excellent. It says this is a very important step, and just like the DA response, this DPS letter tells us exactly where you are. It says, let me break it down clearly. I'm slowing down a little bit too, so I won't be stumbling over words so much, and then I'm kind of doing it a little bit earlier, so you guys can, I guess, follow along a little bit better. So it says, number one, what DPS just told you. It says this letter from the Department of Public Safety, DPS, is almost identical in structure to the DA letter. Y'all heard the DA letter, so let's keep going. It says in plain English, DPS is saying, we located records responsive to your request. However, that word however, I got a whole new meaning for look, I got a whole new outlook on that word, however now. We believe these records may be accepted from required public disclosure. We are asking the Texas Attorney General for ruling. That means DPS has the DNA records you asked for. They are not claiming no records exist. They are saying we have them, but we want permission to withhold some or all of them. That's cool. Withhold whatever you need to withhold, but don't withhold anything with Stephen Adam Vincent. Y'all gotta remember, Stephen Adam Vincent was caught lying. You know what I mean? So why should y'all still be holding him like he's come on, man, y'all should be able to release that. Like, I feel like if somebody lied, y'all should be throwing that stuff at me, throwing the paperwork at me. You know what I mean? Because he lied. So let me come on, man. Let me make sure he ain't mess up my case. So then it says, number two, while this is very good news, it says this is exactly what you want to confirm. Remember what you requested. Raw DNA data, electrophorograms, analyst bench notes. I was about to say analysis. Quantitation data says reports by Stephen Adam Vincent, internal communications, DPS has now officially admitted those materials exist in their files. That alone is a major step forward. So I'm taking these little milestones. They baby milestones. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to get to the top. So they baby milestones up there to the top. And I ain't taking them with a grain of salt because, like I said, hearing this little stuff, it pushes me and it helps me go further. So let's keep going. Helps me want to keep going, man. Because like this stuff, you like on an island by yourself. You can't have nobody to talk to. You know what I mean? Who's gonna talk to you about this? I mean, people are sitting and listen, but nobody has the answers. You know what I mean? There's no the answers of what we trying to get. You know what I mean? No one can tell me anything. They'll sit there and listen to me all day, but I'm trying to get the answers, man. So it says what DPS is trying to withhold. It says they cite Texas Government Code 552010 confidential information, mainly because this is an SA case. It says their main argument is DNA records involve victim information. SA investigative material is sensitive. It says therefore they believe they can withhold or redact portions. This is standard language. Redact anything pertaining to the victim or anybody else. As long as you're not redacting Stephen Adam Vincent about the equation. Then it says, what happens next? Procedure. It says, just like the DA, say DPS must now send the Attorney General the actual records. A legal brief explaining why they want to keep them secret. The Attorney General will then review everything, decide what must be released, issue a formal written ruling. You will receive a copy of DPS briefing, a copy of AG's final decision. Says what you need to do right now. Says again, nothing yet. So we gonna chill. We checking emails daily. You know what I mean? Shit hourly. It says you are now in a waiting phase for two parallel AG rulings. One for the DA's office, one from DPS. Both will determine what emails you get, what DNA lab reports you get, what must be disclosed to you by law. Number 6, important legal reality. It says even if the AG agrees that victim names, personal identifiers can be redacted, that does not mean they can hide. Lab dates, testing results, analyst identities. Yeah, we need his identity, right? Chain of custody, scientific conclusion, those are normally considered public information, especially to the defendant. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Yeah, we don't want nothing to pertain to the victim, bro. We want them lab dates. We want testing results. We want the analyst identity. We know his name. I can't find his ass nowhere. I don't know where he hiding at, bro. You can't Google. You can't find him through nothing. I don't need. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find him. Like, hey, bro. But then it says, okay, so it says why this is especially important for your case. It says, one, these records are released even with redactions. You will be able to see when Vincent actually tested the evidence, whether testing happened before or after the continuation, whether results changed over time, what the fingernails DNA really showed. Remember, they said my DNA wasn't on a girl prior to me going to court before I had actually went to trial. Then I went to trial. Oh no, then I went to I went to court. No DNA on the girl. The VA asked for more time, 3 or so weeks. Within that 3 or so weeks, my DNA was under the girl's fingernails. They didn't specify. They just said DNA. So whether any exculpatory results were ignored, whether any exculpatory results were ignored, this is the core of your entire argument. It says big picture. We are now. Hold on. What the hell? Where you are now, right now, you have 3 active trackers. It says source, courts records, status already obtained. Source, DA, internal records, status. Yeah. Okay, waiting AG ruling. And then it has source, the DPS lab records. Then it has status, awaiting AG ruling. Says you are methodology. Methical. My bad, y'all. Methically building says the medical evidence timeline, the court timeline, the prosecutor communication, the lab science timeline. When these come together, the truth becomes much harder to hide. Says 9, what to do next? For now, watch your emails closely. Save every document they send. Do not miss any deadlines. As soon as you receive DPS formal briefing to the AG or the AG's decision, let's get it in. It says bottom line, a DPS response is not a denial. It is confirmation that the DNA files you are seeking exist. They are being formally reviewed. You are on the exact legal path needed to obtain them. You're doing everything right. So yeah, man. So like I said, y'all, I'm happy. DPS responded. Now we sit back and we wait. And I also sent one to the police department. So we'll get back into that video in a minute. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, man. Interact with me, man. I like interacting. You got questions you want to know? Ask me. You know what I mean? I eventually want to get into the whole trial transcript. You know what I'm saying? But everything moving so fast that We'll get there though. We'll eventually get there. I'm taking it one day at a time. It's a lot to process and there's a lot going on, and it's just me doing this. So I have to take my time and calm myself down because I don't want to get overwhelmed doing this. But I don't want to take y'all time either. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and we'll be back with another one.